Hello, everyone, and welcome to Military Grade Magic. It's Chief Corgi and Little Pup. Can you say hello?
Hello.
We now have the entire episode 15 ready for debut. Apologies for the delay. Super busy with work and life and last minute drill cancellations due to winter weather. Hope all of our listeners are staying safe, staying warm. Hopefully a little bit of military grade magic to help entertain you during your winter snow-in, ice-in, whatever. The gameplay for this episode, again, is going to be Jaws Relentless Predator against Community's choice of Obosh. After the gameplay, we will be continuing with the Fallout Shelter. We will be going over Season 2, Episode 5, by far my favorite episode so far for this season. It's been fantastic so far. After that, we'll be going back over some of our fan mail, all the messages, the posts, Spotify, on our website, on YouTube. We appreciate all of the messages. We really, really do. So we want to shout you out as much as possible. So we go through some of our messages today. Keep sending those in. We'll keep shouting y'all out. We also go into the Fallout Super Drop that's happening this coming Monday, January 26th. So if you want to know what cards are coming out and get your eye on what you want to pick up, I'd suggest you stick around for that too. But that's all we've got for this episode, so just go ahead and sit back and relax since you got nowhere else to be with all the ice on the road. So why don't you just enjoy the show?
And now we're recording. Okay, alright. These sleeves are going to go everywhere about 20 times. So,
Are they dragon shields?
they are dragon shields, but this is the first time I've played with them. And typically what I'll do with new dragon shields is I will shuffle the shit out of them before the first game, and I did not do that because
It's all good. Can you give me the flavor and explain to me what your commander does right quick?
I am going to give both of us a shit ton of artifacts and then blow them up.
Okay.
Jaws, whenever Jaws does combat damage to a player, create that many blood tokens. And then whenever a non-creature artifact is sacrificed or destroyed, Jaws deals 1 damage to each.
Do you have to control that, or is it any? Any non-creature artifact, like a treasure?
Non-creature artifact is sacrificed or destroyed, Jaws does 1 damage to each opponent.
Dang, that really gimps treasure stuff.
Yes, it's a treasure hate, artifact hate. Yeah,
Dude,
that's why.
Good for wizards.
That's why I was like, I cannot play this against Liberty Prime. I did.
Oh yeah, that would have. Well, since it's 1 damage, right?
Yeah.
I mean, over time for sure. Without how many I sacrificed, what would you say?
Munitions? Those munitions won you the game last time, and that's not me being like a jerk. Like you only won because munitions. Like that was.
I mean that's why those 2 cards are in there to do exactly what happened. You know.
Yeah. We're going to mulligan. Even though I have Crack Clan Ironworks in my hand, I'd love to keep that card.
Dude, heart of the cards, the sumbitch. You be alright.
You know what? I've kept worse. 2, 4, 6, 7. Alright, I'm gonna roll.
I got a 1/4.
I'm playing a red deck. I should roll a red die.
Makes sense.
I got a 9.
Well, if there's anything mathematics taught me, 14's a little bigger than 9.
Just a smidge.
I'm going to play a tapped Haunted Ridge. Here we go.
Draw for turn. I will play a mountain. I will pass.
I draw. I'm going to play this fantastic looking. I think this is the Edge of Eternity Swamp full art.
Sick.
Pretty fancy. And with those 2, let's put out a Rakdos Signet.
I'm so sorry. Hey, everyone at home, he played Rakdos Signet. I forgot I need to switch back and forth. Alright.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's
okay.
right.
My turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. I'll play a mountain. I'm going to tap 2 for a Reckless Fireweaver. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under my control, Reckless Fireweaver does 1 damage to each opponent. It's a 1/3 and a pass.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
And Tobacco Drop. I'm going to play a Mountainy Mountain. Tap 2 of the Shawarmas to do a Sign in Blood. So I will target myself to draw 2 cards and lose 2 life.
You didn't want to pick me?
Hey, you know, maybe. So I lose 2 life. With the remaining manners, tap this to tap this. Add 2 to my to add Rakdos to my mana pool. I'll cast an Arcane Signet. Holy smokes! Rakdos rampant.
That's a ramp.
Okay, that's all she got, Captain.
Okay. How on theme? If I can get Jaws out this game, it'll be great. I will play a mountain. And then I'm going to tap 2 to play. You're gonna need a bigger boat, which is Pretty Abrade. And I'm gonna.
Can you pull that to the camera? I want to see that art. Very nice. What does it do?
Abrade. I can do 3 damage to creature or destroy target artifact. I'm gonna blow up your Arcane Signet.
Okay.
Go into combat. I'm gonna hit you for 1. And nothing for second main. I will pass to you.
And tap it. I will draw. I'm going to. Does Jaws have haste?
He does. He has trample and haste.
What's his power toughness?
5/5.
Holy smokes. He's a big dude.
He also costs 5 to get on the field, so it's not.
Okay. I'm gonna tap 1 to tap this to add 2 to my mana pool.
Okay.
3, 4, or a Valgavoth.
Okay.
And that's all she got, Captain.
Okay. Back to me. Untap, upkeep, draw. I'll play mountain. I will tap 2 for Cathartic Reunion. I'm just going to play all my Jaws cards this game. It's got the actual dialogue from the script, like the script written out there. I don't know if you can see that.
Okay.
It's kind of neat.
Is that when the main character on the first Jaws is floating away on those?
That's where they're waiting to get saved on the buoy. Yeah. So I have to discard 2 cards, and then I draw 3. 1.
What'd you discard?
3. Slow Bad, Goblin Tinkerer, and then Kuldotha Forge Master.
Do any of those do anything in the graveyard?
No.
Okay.
We still have 2 mana left open.
You haven't lost life on your turn, right?
I have not. I'd like to keep it
Okay.
that way if it's all the same to you. Now I'm going to tap 2 to play Demand Answers. I'm going to discard Rose Cutthroat Raider, and I'm going to draw 2 cards.
Okay.
2, 4, 5, 5 cards. All right. Perfect. Valgabov is a
4/4.
4/4. I will. I'll go into combat, but I won't swing, and I'll pass.
Okay. Untap it, tap it. Draw. I'm gonna take a gamble here.
Okay.
Tap this to add 2. We'll play Knight's Whisper.
Okay.
Draw 2 cards. Lose 2 life.
Okay.
Perfect. Play a nice. I think this is starts with a K. Kamigawa Dynasty.
Yeah.
These 4 lands, dude, they are bomb. Not gonna lie.
They're a lot of money. You're down to 35 now, right?
Yeah. I need to lose 2.
Okay. I didn't know if you'd gained some since class.
If you just hang on, I'll kill myself. It's fine.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I just have to survive you.
Yeah. All right. So tap 3. I'm gonna cast Forsaken Waste. Players can't gain life during each player's upkeep. That player loses 1 life. If Forsaken Waste is the target of a successfully cast spell, that spell caster loses 5 life. So everyone loses a life on their upkeep.
Okay. So Vagabond's gonna get a trigger as soon as it's.
Yeah, on your upkeep, I get a trigger. All right. So how much mana do you have right now?
I have 4 tapped mana.
All right, I'm gonna leave Valgavoth untapped since he does not have whatchamacallit?
Vigilance?
Vigilance? Yeah.
I don't know
All
what you were trying to say. My turn?
Your move.
Untap. Upkeep. On my upkeep, I lose a life.
All right, he'll get a 1/1 counter, and I will draw a card.
Play Mountain.
Ooh, you got enough for Jaws.
I'm going to tap 4. Play Stormkiln Artist.
Ooh, so good.
And then I'm going to tap a Mountain and Lightning Bolt you for 3.
Hit me for 3.
And I get a treasure.
Takes me to 32.
And when this treasure enters, Reckless Fire Weaver triggers and you take an additional damage.
Okay.
I'll pass.
Okay. I untap. I upkeep trigger. I lose a life because it's each player, and I draw a card.
Now, Valgavoth only triggers on when your opponents lose life, right?
Yeah, whenever an opponent loses life whenever an opponent loses life for the first time during each of their turns, put a 1/1. It's better when there's multiple.
Yeah.
Because technically, coming back to me, he would be a 7/7.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna play a Shawarma. This is a Fallout Shawarma.
Yeah. You got the Pip Boy or the Vault Boy there, yeah.
Okay. What is the power toughness of your creatures?
1, 3, 2, 2.
All right. Red, and 1. I'm going to cast Anger of the Gods. Anger of the Gods deals 3 damage to each creature. If a creature would be dealt damage this way, dealt damage this way would die, it's exiled instead. So all creatures take 3 damage. So Valgavoth has 2 toughness left.
Okay.
Got manners.
That's just a 2-drop spell? That's so good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's a 3-drop.
Oh, so it doubles with Obosh on the field. That's great.
Yeah, so it's a nice board wipe.
Yeah.
If you need it to be, because it will hit everyone for 6 with him on the field.
Sure.
Okay, I think for now I'll hold steady. Dang, I wish Valgavoth had vigilance. All right.
Just swing them, you baby.
Oh, because you'll cast your dude with haste.
I don't
He's
have
a hasty
to. You'll kill yourself at this rate. I don't need to do anything.
Hey, that's what the Rakdos does.
It is indeed.
I'll pass the turn. I don't know if it's the right call, but it's the one I'm making.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
All right, you take a damage. I gain a 1/1, and I draw a card. He has 2 1/1 counters.
Play Mountain. Valgavoth is 6 now.
He's a 6/6
With flying.
And Ward
life.
2. You have to pay 2 life to target him with this spell.
Tap 5 for Goldspan Dragon.
Ooh, what's he do?
He has flying and haste. He's a 4/4. Whenever Goldspan Dragon attacks or becomes the target of a spell, create a treasure token. Treasures you control have tap, sacrifice this artifact for 2 mana of any one color.
4/4?
He's a 4/4.
Okay.
Does that resolve?
Yeah, that resolves.
Okay. You were saying it like you had something spicy in your hand and you're gonna blow him up.
Hey, I just want to keep you on your toes.
That's fine. Alright, I'm gonna tap a mountain. I'm gonna sack a treasure for 2. I'm gonna
Wait. Sack a treasure for 2?
That's one.
Oh, okay. Add to check.
Yeah, and to play Whisper Silk Cloak, equipped creature cannot be blocked and has Shroud.
Woo!
Woo! I'll pass.
That's a good one. Untap. Upkeep. I take a damage and I draw. Tap this. Tap this for 2, 3. Read the bones. I've got all my card draw today. So I scry 2. I like it. I'll leave him as is, and I'll draw those 2. I control a plains.
No, you don't.
By plains, I mean a mountain. I'm lying.
Disqualified.
That was a test, and you passed. I'll play Dragon Skull Summit. I control a mountain or a swamp. It enters untapped.
Okay.
I'll tap 4. Boys tapping out. For everyone's favorite, Mana Barbs.
Woo!
Whenever a player taps a land for manners, those manners deal 1 damage to a player.
Fuck yeah, bring it on.
Alright, so these are my enchantments. Those are my artifacts. Okay. Your go. I passed through combat. I passed my second main phase. You're up.
Upkeep. Draw.
On your upkeep, you take a damage. I roll up and draw a card.
Now, Valgrival is just on the first time I take damage each turn, correct?
Yeah, it only triggers once per turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana to play Jaws.
Alright, you take 5 damage from Mana Barbs.
I take 5 damage for Mana Barbs. You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Tap 2, so I'll take 2 more to equip Whisper Silk Cloak onto Jaws.
Okay.
You've never seen a shark with a cloak on him before, but you have now. Okay. He has Shroud and can't be blocked. I'm gonna swing 6 at you.
Okay, I take 6 damage.
5. I'm sorry, he's a 5/5. Sorry.
Alright, I go down to 24 and I have 5 commander damage.
Yeah. And then I get 5 blood tokens. I wish I still had my Reckless Fireweaver on the board, but you know, it is what it is. Alright. Second main, I can't do anything. I will pass.
What do the blood tokens do again?
Pay 1, discard a card, sacrifice this token, draw a card.
Okay. I untap. Upkeep. Upkeep trigger. I lose 1 life. Just for your awareness, this, even though it's odd, won't double because you lose life. It doesn't deal damage to you.
You're talking about Mana Barbs.
I'm talking about Forsaken Wastes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mana Barb, since it does damage to you, but it's
double.
even, you would still only take 1. I'll draw for turn.
It's a real bummer it's not odd for you. It's great for me, it's bad for you.
Yeah. Alright. I am going to tap. There's 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I tapped 4 mana to add 5 to my mana pool.
Yes.
To cast Neheb.
Woo!
Alright. Go to combat. I'm going to swing Valgavoth flying at you for a 7/7.
I'll block with Goldspan Dragon.
Okay. Alright. Go to second main phase. And I shall pass.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. I lose 1 life.
Alright, he rolls to 4, and I draw a card.
Draw for turn. I'm gonna look at your board real quick. Mana Barbs is an enchantment.
Yes.
The only artifact you have on the board is your
Rakdos Signet.
We'll do the math here at the end because it's going to be a lot. I'm going to tap 2, play Makeshift Munitions. I can tap 1, sacrifice an artifact or creature, do 1 damage to any target.
Okay.
So Tap.
What's it? Is it a artifact?
It's an enchantment.
Hey, that's right. Wait. That's what I had last time, right?
No, you had weapons manufacturer munitions.
Oh.
Yeah, it's yours made munitions. Mine is called makeshift munitions, and I just sack an artifact, which I'm gonna do right now. Sack an artifact.
Okay.
So you'll lose 1 life from makeshift munitions. You'll lose 1 life from jaws. So you lose 2 life.
Okay.
All right. I'll do it again. 2 more. Do it again. 2 more. Do it again. And I'll stop there with the 1. And then I'll pay my
How many mana did you tap?
I'm tapping it all, don't worry. Tapping 1 to push. I'm gonna do it all at the end here. I'm gonna tap this last one for Shattering Spree, and I'm gonna destroy your Rakdos Signet.
Okay.
Okay. So I tapped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, so I lose 7 life.
Okay.
Okay. You lost 4, so you lost 8 and then 9 total. Did you get that? Are you tracking that?
Yeah, I'm down to 12.
Okay. Going into combat, I'm gonna swing Jaws at you, unblockable for 5. I get 5 more blood tokens, rolling up to 6 total. Alright, see if you can beat me this turn. I'll pass to you.
Untap. Upkeep. I lose a life. I go down 1.
Okay, don't tap 6 mana.
Let's see. So there is... I might have it. It just depends on how this is going to play out.
I'm all ears, buddy. My deck did the thing it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
If you hadn't destroyed Reckless Fireweaver, I would have won already. But it was I did what it was supposed to do. So whether I win or lose at this point, I'm pretty happy with how it ran. So you go ahead and do what you gotta do.
Okay. I'm at 6. I do that for 5. It takes me to 1. 1. That is 8. 8 is 16. Okay. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this maps out. If it doesn't, I lose. Whatever.
Okay.
Alright, 5. Your boy's down to 1, boys!
That's where the Rakdos players are the most dangerous.
Alright, let's see if the math maps. Alright, let's go to combat. Do you have anything before combat?
No.
Alright, here is 8. Since Neheb is odd, 8 and 8, so 16 damage at you.
Neheb is an 8?
Yeah, because he's an odd converted mana cost, his damage is doubled.
Oh, okay, he's doubled to 8, not to 16.
Yeah, so 8 plus 8 is 16.
Yes, okay, yes. Alright, I thought you were saying Neheb was an 8 naturally. I was like, no fucking way. Okay.
Alright, okay.
Right. I'm all ears.
Alright, so that's 16 damage, right?
I can't block.
Alright. Moving to post-combat main phase. At the beginning of post-combat main phase, add 1 red for each 1 life your opponent's lost in this turn. So I have 16 red mana. With 1 of those red mana, I'm going to hit you for 6 damage with Lightning Bolt. Should that be is the math?
The maths, yeah.
Bro.
That's why we put in a head.
Talk about to the brink.
Yeah, no. If you had a little bit of a slow start, but yeah, I was really weighing on whether or not I should blow up your I think the math would have came out about the same if I should have blown up your Rakdos Signet or just because I get more damage out of makeshift munitions.
Yep.
So I wasn't sure which was the right call, but I was like, man, I really need to get rid of any of his non-mana based mana if I can, so that he can feel the mana barbs burn too. But yeah, nah, you would have either way.
Down to 1 life. It couldn't be any closer than that.
It could have been anyone's game.
It's
Well,
bananas.
I'm very happy with how this deck ran. So
Yes, bro.
I think
That Whisper Silk Cloak,
dude,
chef. That's the chef's kiss to that deck right there. Anything that makes him unblockable.
I have a lot of that in here. Yeah, the
And it gave him Shroud because I was like, oh, if he casts it, I can target it because I had the lightning bolt in my opening hand. I'm like, perfect.
yeah. Well, that's why we play what we play.
The Rectos dance. It's your chance to do the burn. Do the Rectos dance. Come on and do the Rectos dance. Do the Rectos dance. Come on and do the Rectos dance. Burning, we burning, we burning, we burning this dance floor. Come on, burn me, baby. Do the Rectos dance. Come on and do the Rectos dance.
This week on Fallout Shelter, we talk about what Chief Corgi has been waiting for all fucking show. I am so jazzed anytime there's anything to do with Deathclaws on this show. And I love pre-war things. And I love the whole history, like the unknown quantities of the Battle of Anchorage. So seeing all of those things in one episode was the first 5 minutes of the show. I was just like, we're only going to go down from here, but this is fantastic. I definitely my favorite episode of the season so far. I really, really enjoyed it.
So the first note I have for this episode, because I feel like I'm a reviewer, right? I always have a note card and pen next to me when I watch this episode.
You're working way too hard.
My very first note is I want an Alaskan Front Fallout series. Like, I wanted more of that. What that was, I wanted more. How that the T-45, like the Gen 1 armor, was malfunctioning. I wrote down this question for you. What are your thoughts on Cooper? Cooper is the ghoul sending
Cooper
his...
Howard,
Yep. Mm-hmm. So he sent his teammate back after his leadership said, continue mission, right? Even though your equipment's malfunctioning. What are your thoughts of it? Was that a good leadership choice to send your teammate back even though your chain of command said continue mission? What are your thoughts?
All right. First of all, you're not going to catch me saying don't follow chain of command. Nobody's saying that. No. He found a way to not put his men at risk, but complete the mission. So he found a loophole. I'm a big believer and we follow the rules until the rules get stupid. The mission will get completed, but I'm not going to endanger this person's life. Like this guy, if anything, he's at danger to me. You know what I mean? He could have seized, Cooper's armor seized up, and he didn't even have anything visibly wrong with him already. So I think, given the circumstances, that was probably the most correct choice.
I 100% agree. I think it was, if I were to put together like a class, like an NCOPD, if you will, of making decisions on the battlefield, even though your chain of command is telling you to do other things, like that his chain of command didn't have the scope of what was going on, right? They knew they had an equipment malfunction, but they didn't know it would like deadline the mission in a way, right? Like their equipment was seizing up and was non-operational, not mission capable, as what we call it, NMC. He knew the mission had to be completed, right, to be accomplished. But he sent his subordinate back to get that PMCS or that maintenance on his gear because it wasn't operational. and it would be at the detriment of the mission to have him there, right?
Yeah.
That's how I looked at it anyway, because it would be.
They better put that.
Mhm.
They better put that T-45 power armor in G Army as an MCM. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I just thought that was such a good think tank for any NCOPD to show that clip and be like, what would you do as a squad leader or a team leader in that position? Would you send your soldier back? Would you keep him going? So that was something I really took away from that, and I'm very, very thankful for that minor detail on a military side of that.
Yeah, for sure.
I was not. All right, so I wrote this question down. I thought Death Claws came after the bombs dropped. Do you know something I don't? Like, I'm confused as to why pre-Fallout are we seeing Death Claws?
Okay, so I had a very similar question. I will once again point you and our listeners to Oxhorn. He talks about this in his video, where like ever since Fallout 4 came out, he's had a theory on his channel that the Enclave has been making Death Claws from before the war. And his proof is in Fallout 4. If you go to the Robco security factory,
Which
you go
one's
all
that?
the way to the bottom floor. Huh?
Which one's the Robco security factory on Fallout 4? Do you recall on the map kind of where that's geographically located?
It's gonna be in the heart of the Commonwealth there.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly where, but it's in that vicinity because you got to fight through super mutants and death claws and everything else to get in there. But anyway, if you get all the way to the lowest level, you have to open a door that supposedly hasn't been opened in over 200 years or whatever, right? Since the bombs fell. And inside that room, there are X-rays of a Deathclaw skull. And he was like, he's like, this is either a continuity error within the game. You're telling me this door's not been open for 200 years, but you have X-rays of this Deathclaw skull, or the Enclave was doing this before, and they're the only ones that have technology. So he he postulates in his review this episode that there must have been an Enclave outpost out there in Alaska where they got caught in the crossfire, and they were just like, let's just see what it does, and they just released it on the battlefield to see what it would do.
Because it
said
it was an island, and they
Aleutian
were
Island,
all yeah, brother.
If you look at Alaska as a state, that little tail coming off, that's the Aleutian Isles.
Okay,
right there,
and that's where they were fighting the good fight.
Yes, there's a lot of there's actually a lot of real world battles if you go through our past. The hospital I was stationed at in Alaska, Bassett Army Community Hospital, Captain Bassett was actually, that's where he died, was fighting there. So like we have had actual real world battles there, not just fictional Fallout ones. But yeah,
I made a note that they did the Deathclaw ferocity justice in this episode. Ooh. Bro.
Oh, I don't think we've seen any of the ferocity yet. Next episode, if we pick up right where we left off next episode, we're gonna.
But still, this a little bit when there was those 3 red soldiers, and they just got molly-whopped by it, and just the sound, like the guttural tone. Whoever did the audio engineering of this episode, high fucking five, bro. Oh, yeah. I had my Bose headphones on, and I was Bluetoothing it to it. I'm just like, damn. Every time I heard it, for a second, I'm like, is that a Yao Guai? Like, maybe this is like the like a prelude to the Yao Guai, right? Because it's like a polar bear. But then when I saw, I was like, okay, we're going straight to 11.
When he saw those horns, if you It took me like I had to rewind. I was like, "Is that a fucking death claw?" Because I could see the horns through the flames.
Yeah.
That first time he heard it roar, and I was just like, "Holy guacamole! It's go time!"
It cranked to 11 real fast.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I'm here for it.
all right, I have a confession, Chief.
Okay.
I turned a leaf on the Brotherhood of Steel this episode because hold up, because I changed the way I viewed the Brotherhood. So I'm going to edit this out, but tell me if I'm wrong. When I say edit out, the name of the soldier I'm going to drop here. So the soldier who's the ghoul who got into the power armor, right?
Ooh.
Tell me that's not.
It's 110%.
So dude, every time he was on the screen, I was almost in tears because I'm like, that is who it is. That is absolutely who it is. And like his mannerisms, the way he talks, everything. I am in tears, dude, laughing.
Yeah, that was so good.
Okay, all right. So
there's actually another channel, Film Theory. They think he's not a ghoul. They think he's a super mutant. So take that how you want to. They think that he got injected with an FEV virus. I don't know if that's true. Just a theory. It's a film theory. They're saying he recovered way too fast. That's why they think he's in it. But I feel like he would have changed already. Yeah. But I don't know how long it's been in the show. But figured that would have already happened.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I made another note here on why I turned a leaf on the Brotherhood and why I don't hate them anymore.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad to hear it.
So there's a running thing, at least in my circles of the Army, that we are promoting way too fast before soldiers are actually ready. And
it's gonna be a painful pill for some people listening to this to swallow.
Yeah, and I don't care. I don't apologize. I'm just calling it what it is. Not everyone's meant to be a leader, to be fair.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you don't deserve the money if you have the talent. But that's another topic for another time. But
sure.
The way the Brotherhood is acting, there is a vacuum of leadership. So they are promoting squires ahead of when they are actually intellectually and professionally mature enough to not only respect the position they hold, because that is probably 50% of the job, right? Understanding your role in that rank. And then the other 50 is carrying out that role, right? The know and the do. So,
oh wow, be no do.
Yeah. Hey, it's almost like it's the NCOER. Anyway,
we tricked you guys. This isn't actually a military grade, Matt. We're training you how to be in the military.
Hey, if you're going to the board, be no do. Just remember it. So the way they were acting in the previous episode with the grenade, acting like a bunch of mouth breathers, the way I'm seeing it now. We advance these E4s to E5s way too fast. They are still too immature to hold the rank, and that is why they're acting the way they're acting. And because I made that shift in my mindset, it makes so much more sense. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
I agree with you wholeheartedly with the real world applications, 110%. I was actually thinking about something from the previous episode, and we kind of skimmed a lot of it because we had Moose on. We didn't want to get too spoilerly. The paladin that's dead now, Harkness, he said, he was kind of making an observation like, you guys have a lot of clerics, like a lot of clerics. And I kind of got to thinking, I was like, this faction doesn't have any paladins that we know of.
I don't think they showed a single one.
They don't have any paladin. And for that matter, And I know Paladin's a big deal, but a faction leader is that much more, right? Like they're the one,
Yeah.
right? Would
Mhm.
you agree with me
Yeah, so it's
on that?
like
Those
they don't
those
have the senior enlisted there, is how I see it.
Mhm. They only have the middle, right? Everyone's getting fast track to the middle, and then there's nothing. And you've got these clerics who don't know anything about the battlefield because they've never been on it before, right? They just know the scholarly stuff, the religious stuff, and then they just keep pushing out orders without actually knowing what it's like out there. That's what
Mhm.
I'm seeing from the show here. And I had a
All right, quick thing right
middle.
fast.
Oh, it's gone.
I've
Okay.
never
All right,
heard
even better.
of this like cleric
Oh,
in Fallout lore. I've always heard of a scribe. Where did this cleric come from?
cleric is interchangeable with scribe. They talk about it in Fallout 4, and I think Fallout New. It's either New Vegas or 3. The faction leader in Fallout 3 was a former cleric, not.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, the Oxhorn guy was talking about it.
Okay. I've only known of
Okay, this
scribes,
is
knights, and paladins. I've never heard of a cleric, but anyway.
so there's aspirants. That's your base level grunt who's they aspire to one day be full-fledged members of the Brotherhood of Steel.
Okay.
And then you have your squires, then your knights, then your paladins. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know about the former games, but in Fallout 3 or Fallout 4 in the main game, you could become a knight, and then if you chose to betray Nick Valentine in the DLC, you could become a paladin. But you had to kill Nick Valentine, if I'm remembering correctly.
Man, it's
I
been
don't know
so
if you ever
long
did
since
that.
I've done a playthrough of that deep. I remember becoming a knight because, spoiler, I
If
always
you,
choose the Brotherhood because it's just who I am.
yeah,
And I take so much joy in destroying the railroad every time. It's catharsis to the extreme. Every time it's so catharsis. But I'm going to say it's only after I get ballistic weave. I do.
oh, you
I
betray them.
use the Brotherhood to get the ballistic weave, and then I move
No,
on with my life.
you use the railroad
Yeah,
to get
yeah,
the
yeah,
ballistic
yeah,
weave,
yeah.
and
I use the railroad to get the ballistic weave. Once I have, is it Tinker Tom? Is his name right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Once Tinker Tom gives me ballistic weave, it's just like y'all done fucked up.
You'll never see this face again.
Yeah.
That's funny. My first playthrough, I was like a diehard Minuteman. Every time Preston Garvey walked up to me, he was like, "I got another settlement." I was like, "Well, there's no quest more important than this right now. Let me tell you that."
They never end.
And then, my second playthrough, I was like, "Don't fucking talk to me."
Shut the fuck up, Preston. I always sent him to like the most southern settlement. It was like, you the stater,
No.
dude.
There was a northern settlement. It was like something Z. And there was literally nothing else up there. And I would go up there and get that one, and I would be like, "This is where you belong now. I don't need to talk to you anymore." And then ever since that first playthrough, I've been diehard Brotherhood of Steel.
Oh,
Okay,
for
this is
real.
the point I was trying to make earlier. I
Okay.
remember now. The other faction leaders, Coronado, Yosemite, and wherever the other place was, they were groveling at that paladin's feet. Now I know he's from the Commonwealth, so there's a little bit of gravitas there, but a faction leader shouldn't be, hey, can you send a message to Maxim, right? Or something like that. That's being polite and courteous or whatever, right? But groveling like they were to him, like, we'll do anything for the Commonwealth. I was like, I don't know. That was like my kind of like the only the only rub I had with this episode is like, I feel like not only is there no paladins to be seen except for this guy, and maybe none of the other factions really do paladins. I don't know. I was thinking they should have been a little bit more, less, if you're the faction leader, like you said in previous episodes, like you call the shots and you should be used to calling the shots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
nobody's going to tell me. I'm going to tell you what to do and you're going to listen, kind of thing.
Like, if you are the leader of a faction of the Brotherhood of Steel, not only basically do you have the entire codex of the Brotherhood of Steel tattooed on your body, but you know it inside and out. I don't know. Hot take here. I have nothing to back this up, and I have done no research. This is from a naive perspective, believe it or not. Kind of crazy to think about. I feel like whoever wrote and or directed season 2 is not an actual fanboy and or player of the game of Fallout, because I truly feel like this is not how the Brotherhood of Steel would truly operate. But that's just me. It's a theory. It's a game theory. Is that how it goes?
That's how it goes. That's it. You nailed it. I did look it up for you after last week's. There are 12 writers, 3 showrunners. So that's probably where part of your rub is.
Was your boy Oxford one of the consultants, or whatever his name is, the top hat and cigar?
Oxhorn. And they did one of the showrunners actually said that when they got stumped, they would go to his videos. They actually called him out.
I'm going to be fair here, and I want another another top hot take.
Why do you want another chief? What's wrong with this one?
If you have a person who's already extremely dedicated, not only to the lore, but to the love of the game, it's going to sound like I'm eating the microphone, but why wouldn't you hire him as a consultant or a writer?
Sure.
Brother, he would probably do that shit for free just to have his name in the credits. I almost fucking guarantee it. I'm not going to speak for the man, but if I was in his shoes, I'm sure with the following he has, he probably is doing very well for himself. If Todd Howard were to send him a DM, like slip into his DMs and shit, be like, hey, bro, you want to consult for season 2 of the Fallout series? Brother, I bet that dude would do it almost for free. I'm not going to speak for him. Probably. I don't know the guy from Adam, but come on.
Yeah.
For real.
Probably just like, hey, put it in the credits, a QR code to my YouTube channel.
For real.
Good. Yeah. For real.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't know. He's definitely the most dedicated Fallout YouTuber that I've found on the webs. So I would, maybe.
I don't know. All right, hot take. It's so crazy. We have, and I guarantee Bethesda knows, they have these folks who know the lore inside and out. They read every terminal entry. They do all these theories. They do all these like 3 to 4 hour essays on YouTube. It's like, why wouldn't you hire them? Why? Like, I don't understand it. Anyway, I'm off my soapbox.
I hear you. That's okay. You can get on your soapbox. That's part of the reason why you're paid to be here. I did have a question for you.
What's up?
How do you feel about Lucy being on drugs?
Dude, all right, so that's my next point. I just want to make sure that finishes this Brotherhood Steel outlook change. Yep. All right. Lucy seems like she has grown out of her naivete, as I made a note of.
Buffout will do that to you.
Yeah. Buffout will. What is it? Charisma and strength that Buffout boosts? I can't remember.
I thought it was strength and constitution.
Constitution is not an attribute in Fallout. Endurance would equal
Maybe that's what
constitution.
yeah, that's what it was. I have never done drugs in real life, and on my evil playthrough, I did jet one time, and I remember feeling so dirty and went and found what's the
What?
Addictol,
Yeah, Addictol.
whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went and found some Addictol
What?
immediately. I was like, oh, I'm so
Brother.
filthy.
Okay, all right. So I always play on survival mode, right? On survival mode.
Okay, see,
you-
I play on regular, whatever,
Oh,
basic.
okay.
setting.
All right, pleb.
I need to do a survivor playthrough.
Dude, survival is the only way to play Fallout, in my opinion.
Oh my God.
In survival mode, you deal more damage and the enemies deal more damage. And when
Right.
you are in the mix of it, you hit the buff or like the Psycho Jet. I always make Psycho Jet. I have like 12 Psycho Jets on me at all times. So I am when stuff's hitting the fan, for example, the vault where you rescue Nick, right? And you have that
those
face off.
gangsters.
Mm-hmm. So you will die in a blink of an eye in survival mode if you do not use drugs right off the rip. After, I guess, depending upon your charisma levels and checks and everything. I only do charisma to Lone Wanderer, and that's it. So I never pass it. But I always pop Psycho Jet, so it's my jam. But I feel like even prior to her doing all the drugs and everything, the way she interacted with the NCOER, oh my God, the NCR, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm on board with this. She understands now after her experience with the Legion that I can't just be happy-go-lucky lady anymore. And I'm just like, okay, I applaud this episode. I am in this. That is how I viewed it. I feel like her arc coming out of this night, like her worldview has been shifted to where, oh, everyone's been trying to kill me so far that I thought I was trying to help. She even said that line. It's like, everyone's just been trying to kill me since I've been out of the vault. Made that comment.
If we had done a bingo card before this, Lucy getting hooked on Kim's would have been nowhere on my radar. But it was when she was like, "Oh, is it itchy here?" I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "What did he put in that IV bag?" I was like, "Oh, that's funny."
Yeah. What did you think of Maximus when he went to go KIA, the cleric? What are your thoughts on that?
Quintus.
Yeah.
I feel like Maximus was a really standout character for me in season 1, and this one it's like we constantly, when he killed the paladin last episode, I was just like, hey man, you got to do what you got to do.
Sure.
In this episode, he started out really strong when he was just like, when he told the former squire, now ghoul, sometimes it's running away is the only thing you can do. Sometimes you got to stand up for what's right. This is one of those times. I was like, hey, I like it. And he was like, I got to go kill Quintus. I was like, that's your go-to? You're not going to go talk to him first? You're not going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he went from like 5 to 11 really fast.
Yeah. Like, hey, I got to tell you, I messed up. I defended, I killed the paladin. I shouldn't have, I screwed up. Okay. If this guy, Quintus, really gives a shit about you, like he says he has the entire up until this point, right? He probably would have found a way to help you get through this situation, right? Like, he's obviously a liar, manipulator kind of guy. Like, he could have found a way to spin this. Because if this guy's actually from the Commonwealth, right? Which we don't know yet. But if he's actually from the Commonwealth, like, we could probably spin this somehow. There's no one else here. No one else has to know, kind of thing, right? the fact that Maximus walked in there, gun in hand, like, I'm gonna kill you. It's like, brother, what? I don't know. That just seemed like an irrational, like, is your intelligence in the negatives? Like, did you minus your intelligence to get your endurance up? I don't understand. I'm so confused. I don't know.
Well, I think
That's
we
just me.
established last episode the dude is super impressionable.
Sure.
And it's like whoever is sucking up to him in that scene, that's who his loyalty is bound to. I made a note. How convenient was it that the cold fusion core, there was absolutely fucking no one in that hangar. No one.
Somebody was away from their post. That's all I'm gonna say.
General Order number 1 was not followed.
Everybody and their mom wanted that, right? Like, that was the whole reason we were having this big...
That was the reason for season 1.
Well, not only that, but all of the Brotherhood of Steel came together to discuss what we should do with this, and you just decided to leave it. That was the biggest, like, what?
Yeah.
If she had walked in there, if Dane had walked in there and just popped 3 people or 2 people that had their backs turned to them, I would have been like, okay.
Yeah, I could buy that.
That's believable. I would have believed that. But, like, the fact that it was just an empty room, I was just like, what?
Yeah, like, again, I feel like this is, like, rookie writing in a way. And I feel like the convenience of this character to walk in the
reverse order that...
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say reverse order, and maybe I'm remembering the order of events differently, but if everybody was fighting in the cafeteria already...
No, that was after. I was after the fact. That was after.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe everybody would have been pulled away. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, even then, good soldiers, don't abandon your post because you hear firing over there. That's very likely, especially if you're guarding the most important thing on the post, they might be fighting for over what you have.
That could be in the middle of the Pentagon, of the 3rd floor basement of the most secure place in Middle Earth, right? It can be in the middle of Helm's Deep with all those elves and men guarding it. And for that post to be left abandoned, and at least not someone monitoring it, right? Because you would think at least you'd want someone monitoring the outputs and inputs to this thing, right? I don't know. It
running all the time.
Like I honestly, that was
you.
the only bit of this episode that I rolled my eyes. I'm like, really?
Not a soul.
Yeah.
Not a soul.
I thought it was lazy writing, but it is what it is. It moved the plot forward. The last bit I have for this episode, although I'm curious to see where the next episode, it's already released, I think. I'm curious to see where it... Yeah, I'm curious to see where
it gives you all time to catch up.
I wish New Vegas wasn't a ghost town. I'm very disappointed that it's a ghost town. However, I'm curious to see where this goes. Why is it the way it is? Okay, I can buy it, but again, I'm going into this a week behind. Yeah. I'm going into this. I freshly played New Vegas on the PC maybe 3 months ago, start to finish. And I was really hoping for New Vegas to be like a lively, like bustling. The NCR is there, but I guess the episode's already established that the NCR is kind of a afterthought really anymore.
I think the NCR is a skeleton.
Yeah,
of what it
after Shady Sands.
What I've been hearing. Yeah.
But I don't know. I was just kind of disappointed when they finally entered New Vegas and the Kings, those feral ghouls. In
Yeah,
New Vegas, they were not ghouls. They were actually humans, and their leader was called the King, and their
Okay.
base was
Elvis
an
impersonators
Elvis
instead.
impersonation place. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. It was just like it was very jarring, super jarring coming from New Vegas to this episode. What are your thoughts as someone who's never played New Vegas going into it?
I mean, yeah. So similar to the ghouls reaction, and again, coming from, I was assuming that New Vegas was this thriving metropolis, right? And we were going to see a whole cast and crew of characters, and kind of like what you were talking about when we first started. This is episode 4 of 8, so I was like, it took half the season to get here. We're going to start paying off this adventure. We get there and there's nobody. I was like, okay, we're gonna have to, as long as they explain with reason how we got here, I'll buy it. I've already bought in on the story. I'm great. When she found that, what kind of chicken is this? Pulled out the Deathclaw egg. I was just like, oh shit, you need to run. Well, I heard the Geiger counter first, but I was like, you guys don't need to stay there. So I'm very curious if we find out. And I wonder if part of the reason is they're trying to be coy about which version of events the player in New Vegas, the courier, right? That's what you're called.
Yeah.
In New Vegas, what choices the courier made, like if they're trying to be as coy about that as possible. I'm not entirely sure if that's why they're kind of distancing themselves from which ending it was, but anyway, I'm very excited for the next episode. I want to know what happened to New Vegas. But yeah, I guess we'll see next couple episodes.
If I was to give this episode a rating, I would give it a 5 Pit Boys out of 5. Honestly,
I was gonna say 4.9, just the 0.1 due to the eye roll of the abandoned Cold Fusion, but otherwise a stellar episode. One eye roll away from being perfection, in my opinion.
I get behind that.
Before we leave the Fallout shelter, we do have some fan mail about Fallout.
Okay.
If you want to go through this real quick.
Let's do it.
So this is going to be, some of today's episodes can be fan mail, if you couldn't tell. But here's our Fallout Shelter fan mail on Spotify from Peter. With the Fallout series, it is not surprising that they have done what they have done. They are lazy, and they don't have their heart in things anymore. I was like, damn. I think episode 2 and 3, Top would have definitely agreed with you. I think Top is all on board. He's willing to give it another chance now.
All right, Pete, listen up.
Can I call you Pete?
I know who you are, Pete. You have to change. This is what I did, and it has, like, my third eye is open. You look at it at the basis of there is a leadership vacuum within the Brotherhood of Steel. And because of that, that is why they act the way they act. That's for the Brotherhood of Steel bit. Like, I don't know what it is about this episode, Chief, that it has, like, my entire outlook on this series has changed. Maybe it's because, like, character arcs are starting to form, right, with Lucy. You even see it with Cooper the Ghoul, right? Like, he's kind of, like, his edges have kind of softened this last episode, right? He's just, like, you can kind of tell Lucy, as much as he has rubbed off on her, like, maybe this is one of those things, it's like you don't appreciate it until a few episodes in. They were the good paladin, the bad paladin, in a way, and them rubbing off on each other, they met kind of in the middle, and that's kind of how I feel like they are the way they are that now.
He was definitely getting a kick about her being hooked on Kim's.
Yeah.
As fucked up as that is. It was, yeah, he was definitely enjoying himself.
But I think
one of my favorite lines was, in my experience, you can be sick for 4 to 5 days while it gets out of your system, or the better solution, do more drugs.
I'm gonna be fair. I know you're a melee guy. I'm a stealth archer in Bethesda games, but you're the melee guy. I figured you would have been a Kim fiend.
No, I don't even sell them.
What?
I don't agree
Brother,
with
you
drugs.
missed out
I
on
don't
so
agree
many
with
caps.
doing drugs. Listen, brother, I'm telling you, I've seen the meme before, and it's like, why is it so hard for you to be the bad guy? And it's like, I don't want to hurt their feelings. I want to be the nice guy.
All right.
It's my role-playing game. This is how I want to
Sure.
play it. I don't want to be mean.
Your boy here, he sold all of the Kims he needed to get like the 3,500 caps so I can get Pray and Spray, the Tommy gun that had the explosive damage bullets. That I always saved up for that. That gun is so OP in Fallout 4. Anyway.
Our next piece of we got a little distracted there. Next piece of fan mail for Fallout is from Fall Chan on YouTube. This is after episode 2, so
oh my, that's a lot. What's it? The Wayback Machine to 2025 here.
Episode 2 of the Fallout show.
Okay.
Not our episode 2.
I was like, that's like September, brother.
No, I think they're setting this Brotherhood faction up to be the villain either this season or next, and that's why they're making us hate them so much. And maybe Maximus will form his own faction. Maybe.
Okay. I can get on board with that. I am of the stance, and I don't know about you, Chief, or anyone else listening. There are no good guys in Fallout. That is how I see it. I know the Bethesda Game Studios wants there to be a morally just path. Like in Fallout 4, right? You had the Institute, you had the Brotherhood, you had the Railroad, you had the Minutemen. You had 4 choices. However, I don't like in a scenario of that, because you have 4 choices, in my eyes, it's 4 bad choices. But that's just me. It's like, which choice can you live with?
You have to choose which one's the least worst one for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
what devil can you live with, right?
Sure.
That's just me.
I agree. Okay. Our last one actually comes from Mrs. Chief Corgi. I don't know if Top wants to take this one. She sent a message to our on our website saying, I thought you guys were a Magic the Gathering podcast. Why are you guys talking about Fallout so much? Did I get all of that? Okay.
All right. I can only talk in the...
He was waiting for another essay from
All right.
Top.
Okay. I'm going to go back to Pokemon Blue here. I'm going to date myself. Back to 1996 or whatever the hell that came out. Mrs. Corgi.
Interesting.
Like Pokemon, we evolve, right? And with the newest evolution, this is what you get. So
you can't go backwards.
Yeah. Like, I don't know of a de-evolution. Do you, Chief?
Never heard of him.
Never heard of it. So we jammed that Thunderstone so far up there, that Pikachu became a Raichu. And that's where we're at. There's no take backsies. That's all I can say. That's all I got to say about that, as a famous movie once said.
Interesting. I think the biggest problem I'm facing is I don't have an unsubscribe button. It happens in my house.
You know, I think YouTube took that away to make us feel better about ourselves. They took away the
I'm all
dislike
for
button.
it.
They took
I'm
away
standing
the
up
uns.
beyond integrity. That's
Once
all
you
right.
subscribe, you're on that train, and there's no
There's no
take
getting off.
backsies.
Yeah. Well, that concludes our Fallout mail. If you're okay with it, we can just roll into the rest of our mail here before Mrs. Chief Corgi goes to bed. We'll start with her fan mail.
Oh, okay.
So in our culminating event, she chimed in stating that the first thing you need when building a deck is some cards, and if you're feeling really fancy, some sleeves. So PJ told her that was a strong start, to which a slew of other comments came flooding in, letting us know that they enjoy her presence. Magic Ball Z said, "Feels like Mrs. Chief Corgi is tolerating the existence of this podcast." And Palace Knight says, "I'm worried she's being held there against her will."
Hey,
Do you have any comments to that?
It's nice to be recognized, and I'm not necessarily being held against my will. It's more so my husband speaks loud, and so I cannot escape the talk of magic.
It's true.
that ring of burden kind of holds you there, right? That old ball and chain, as they say.
I don't know. I kind of like them.
Oh, that's great. I did. There was some also. It's fun when Mrs. Top and Mrs. Corgi are on. So they do seem to appreciate you being on. They're just worried about your well being. She's not left yet, so everything's probably fine.
Okay.
All right.
It's good to know. I was always worried anytime I was on the pod, they'd be like, "Oh, why is she on here again?
Why is this
He
woman
doesn't
on
know
here?"
anything."
What was that show, Little Rascals? You remember that from the 90s? We the He-Man Woman Haters Club. No girls allowed.
Yeah, probably.
Chief is
All right.
spanking. I'm alfalfa. We just rolling it here.
Okay. All right.
Yes, thank you.
Makes sense. All right, moving on right along. Some mail from our holiday tournament here. I'm gonna butcher your name. It's GR the number 8 Moth. So I'm gonna assume Great Moth.
Yeah, that's that crazy
That's Mel.
Zoomer speak for Great Moth.
I think that's Great Moth. I don't know. I'm an old man. Was sharing. It was nice to see Krenko finally do something in the final round. That's fair. I would say it'd be nice to Darth Vader. He has literally not played in over a year, and then I told him, "Hey, I need another person for the tournament." So he played, mostly against his will, and he made it to 3rd place. So that's how good Krenko is.
How many milligrams of caffeine was that guy hopped up on for that round, do you think?
I distinctly remember. So he was doing a fitness challenge with me in January, and I remember him drinking a bottle of water. And I remember thinking,
What?
I asked him, I was like, "Is that the first bottle of water you've had this entire MOB?" And he said, "Yes, and you won't see me drinking another one." And I didn't. So he's living proof that you don't need water to survive. I wouldn't recommend it, but I guess you just don't need it.
Fun fact, I tried to get the nickname Hollywood to stick for him because he lived in that area, and I think he said him and his wife would always try to do the.
He's been in the Avengers movies.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of movies as what do they call those? Like not third party, but like you fill in extras. Yeah. Yo, Hollywood, my man.
We tried really hard. It just didn't. He's one of those guys. Like there's so many things about him. What really needed to stick? Just nothing would. You know what I mean?
Caffeine obviously doesn't stick, but that's
caffeine. Yeah, well, it didn't stick. That was the thing. He kept drinking it.
Unreal.
All right. Moving along. Manic on YouTube commented, "Come on, Top, for missing the Jolly Balloon Man with sorcery speed ruling. It is what it do. We're not gonna catch everything. That one was I was pretty pissy about it. But we got over it. We got past it. But
It was a good lesson learned to where we should say, hey, could you read that card in its entirety
yeah,
moving forward?
I think whenever there's a hard case of the ruling on that, just in the future, yeah, especially if we have someone on standby as a judge, we should stop everything and fully read, not just take the word of the person reading it. No offense to Moose, he tends to skim. That's not a knock on you, Moose. Just stating a fact. You know your cards pretty well. We don't. So yeah, us stopping the game, reading the card, it would have been a completely different game.
Can I
reason I was
state
so-
something right quick?
Please.
That whole at sorcery speed, that's actually relatively new. You know what I mean?
Oh, is it?
Like,
Yeah,
I
I
really
guess
don't
so.
know too many cards that have that text. This can only be cast at sorcery speed. I think this is
You'll find
maybe
it-
they actually listen to us. Someone's like, "Hey, you maybe want to be a little more careful with how you word your cards." So they're adding that little text of at sorcery speed. You know what? I'm
Some of
gonna
those
take
super
that. I'm gonna
books-
sleep well with that.
Okay. All right. I think Jolly Balloon Man's a little older than this pod, but yeah, okay,
Sure.
you take that, buddy.
No, I'll
Yeah.
sleep. I'll sleep well. It's fine.
Perfect. However, Top, you got several very positive reviews on your opening speech for the
Yeah!
final match. So, thank you.
You know,
for all that you do.
I put both cheeks in for that effort. You know, I didn't
Yeah, I get it,
half-ass
yeah.
that. Both cheeks were in on that
That's
one.
good. It was pretty good. I was very impressed. He was asking us questions before. I assume you asked Moose as well, but you were asking me what I was going to play and, if I had any nicknames in high school and things like that. And I was like, I don't know what is happening. It was that. And anyway, so
Hey,
it was a good time.
I'm trying to remember who that boxer announcer was like, let's get ready to rumble. That's who I was going for.
Sure, yeah, and I felt the energy in the room. Yeah. All Chan Magic Ball Z commented, "I'm surprised you didn't play your Corgi deck, Chief, in the finals. I would have if I had picked my deck for the finals. So what we did is we wanted all spirit of fairness. We each gave each other color pairings, not the commander that we would be playing, but the color pairings. So I listed like White, Simic, Esper, and Wooburg, and Moose chose my color pairing, and I chose his. So it's not that I didn't want to play my Corgi deck. It was we were trying to be as fair as possible, not trying to outthink each other 3D chess level, trying to pick what we were going to play against each other. We actually chose each other's decks. So I hope that explains it. I think my Simic deck and his Jolly Balloon Man deck were pretty evenly matched. As far as all that goes, but yeah, it's just probably not the deck I would have chose for a final round like that. But yeah, no, it was a good game. Do you have anything you want to? I don't know if you were privy to that information that we chose each other's decks or not, but
No, I was out of the loop of that, but I
you
respect
go.
the
We
play.
were trying to be fair as possible. Yeah. Fall Chan then stated, "I feel like there should have been a third game." Brother, the final round game episode was like over an hour long. I mean, a third game would have just been an hour, 90 minutes of us playing. Yeah, was the ruling on the Jolly Balloon Man wrong? Yes. Would I necessarily have won? Probably, but not for sure. Because we never played out the rest of the game, right? Like, there's no way of knowing. Counterintuitively, Moose won fair and square. All the other games were a one-game KO. So, Moose won fair and square. I appreciate what you're saying. But Moose won fair and square. So, all right. So that's it for the. Do you have any comments on that? Not trying to cut you out of the. I'm just reading here.
No, I'm side note. I'm looking at, and it's not that I'm not paying attention to you. I'm just looking at the Fallout Secret Lair they announced.
Ooh, we're gonna talk about that after this.
It is
Yeah.
that like
Yeah. I'm excited to talk about it. We're gonna talk about it after we get through the mail here.
All right. Like we're gonna double stamp this. It looks so good.
Miss Chief Corgi's very excited. Okay.
Sarcastically.
Moving on. PJ on YouTube let us know how scared he was of Mothman. That's fair. I did comment on there. I do not play that deck unless asked to. I don't. It's not a nice deck to run against somebody, especially 1v1. In a full pod, it's not as bad, but it is a lot of milling. So,
brother,
radiation.
like all things aside, you won by milling me. I'm not gonna I can't understate how hard that is.
In a 1v1.
Yes. So
yeah.
For him to do that as Mothman, he should have killed me with commander damage before he milled me. But because I was always able to put out a fucking like drone that was flying and can only block flying, I think that was like the perfect recipe for you to mill me out. But for you to do that wing con, brother, like I got to tip my hat to you. That was good.
No, it was a good game. Like you said, I almost in a full pod situation, I mill one person and I knock the other two out with commander damage.
Yep.
When I play Mothman, I don't need to do anything else. But yeah, no, Mothman terrifying. Anytime you see somebody sit down with a Mothman deck, it's just like, okay.
Yeah, he's such a good commander. So good.
We got a question.
Okay.
Concerning suggestions for monocolor decks and how you build their land base. This came out with our deck building episode. So assuming you've seen our land episode. If not, watch the land episode. But for a monocolor deck, Pop, I know you have a Braids deck and Giza. So you have two decks. I don't know if you've got any.
All right. So two different monocolors, two different land bases. Yep. With Braids, I have nothing but basics with Braids because all of my ramp is based off of calling what type of land will tap for additional, and it's always basic island. Yeah. With Ghoul Caller Giza, I mean, Cabal Coffers is just too good, brother. Like, you have to have that. So I think it's all based off of what monocolor you're building with, right?
I would say it's also the theme of your deck, right?
Yeah,
if
for
you're running an artifact deck, you need to be running artifact lands, stuff like that.
Yeah. With Braids, I think I would have to look through my thing again, but I'm pretty sure I have nothing but basic lands for Braids. And then for Ghoul Caller Giza is my other one. I have Cabal Coffers. I have the one where you can tap it, sacrifice it to bring back an artifact to your hand. That is for my
Academy Ruin.
Something like Ancient Ruins or something like that. But it's for if you were to destroy my puppet strings type abilities, right? It's an artifact where I can tap it to untap Giza to sacrifice another character again. Because it's all about getting as many tokens on the field as I can. As Chief said, it honestly depends on your commander and what your game plan is.
What you're trying to do.
Yeah. So
for sure. Hopefully that answers your question.
It's
Alice
not a
Knight.
straightforward answer, but hey, it's an answer.
We can't build every single type of deck.
Sure.
That would be a 20-hour episode. But hopefully that points you in the right direction. Alice Knight on YouTube is teasing us. It was, I think, episode 12. I think it was 12 with the themes. We were talking about you need to go on you can play other people's decks, watch YouTube gameplay of other people playing to get ideas for your decks. You started mentioning a lot of different YouTube channels, and Palace Knight was teasing us for not mentioning ourselves, for having gameplay. We don't want to brag on ourselves too much.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say the obvious here, Chief, but if you're watching us, you probably watched the episodes already. So we're trying to expand your horizons.
You know, you might
Just
be
saying.
you might be a Spotify only and don't subscribe to our
Yeah.
YouTube channel, which you should. We're at a whopping 23 now.
MTG Goldfish, my number one. I don't know about you, Chief, but hey, if you guys want to have us on, you know, say what's up.
Or the Command Zone. We'll go on there too.
MTG Munsta's good. I don't know if the Commander's Quarters does gameplay videos anymore, but they did very well with theirs as well. So, I mean, there's so much. If you're trying to get into this game, the wealth of knowledge you have at your fingertips anymore is pretty good.
Yeah, you don't have to stumble in the darkness.
Back in my day, I had to walk uphill both ways. Anyway.
Barefoot.
Yes. We also got asked a question, how do you prefer to test your decks on ArchiDeck when you're playtesting?
You know, all I do, Chief, is I just hit mulligan again and again and again. And I see what kind of hands I have. If I'm noticing that I'm not getting what I envision my opening hand to be, I adjust accordingly. If that makes sense.
So I commented on this one, but I'll say it again for the pod. I do no mulligans. I run 6 to 8 turns with, no interaction from any other players. So like a what if someone didn't touch my board for 6 to 8 turns, do I have a win con on board? And I run that 10 to 20 times. And if over 80 to 90% of the times I do, thumbs up. We're doing good. If I don't, probably needs to be retooled. That's kind of my go-to. And that sounds like a lot of work, but you don't want to spend money on cards that you end up immediately tearing apart. You know what I mean?
Here's a super secret. Until you actually play in a pod, you're really not going to get a good
feel.
That's why I just hit the mulligan, and I'm just like, okay, if this was my opening hand, does this work for my game plan that I envision this deck to be? Does that make sense?
No, I got you.
That's kind of how I roll with it.
I got you. I hadn't thought of that. That's good though. PJ said he loves the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle lands. I don't know if you've seen the Pizza Land.
Nope. I have not.
It's quite the controversy. There's not a lot. I'm glad you like them.
I'm gonna Google it.
There's a lot of people that don't like them. I'm gonna pull them up here for Mrs. Chief Courtney.
All right. So what is the rub here with these?
It's just pizza.
Oh, I see it. So like the toppings have the different.
The toppings are the symbols. Yeah.
Brother, if this is what's getting you upset, like, you should really just have an internal monologue with yourself and be like, okay, what is really going on with my life? If
As
a
the
magic
soldier in
card with
Kuwait
a
would
pizza
tell us.
is getting you upset,
Yeah. Don't buy those cards, you know what I mean? If you don't like it.
brother. There's
I don't
what? Okay, I
Go
gotta Google this right quick. Google. There was a stat of if you were to stack every unique Magic the Gathering card on top of itself, how tall it would be. I think it was like 10 feet or some shit like that.
That's really tall.
Brother. Okay, hold on. You can you feel the what
The
they
dead
call
air?
it? The dead air. Yeah, you feel the dead air while I do this.
I got you. I was gonna say I'm glad you're excited about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards. The set drops March 6th. Pre-orders are already live, so when I looked, they're still up. You can still get them. So if you're super stoked, go ahead and order them now because they're probably gonna get stupid expensive later.
Or are you gonna just do a
Another
proxy?
question- You could do that. But I would say
Oh my
we
God.
didn't talk about this before. I do not proxy basic lands. It's more money. You know what I mean? Like if you buy the bundle and get 20, 40 lands, that's actually if you just want the lands from the set, right? Like the Final Fantasy lands are beautiful. Love my Final Fantasy lands. It's cheaper to buy them out of the bundle than it is. Anyway, that's just me.
All right, Chief.
We got
All right.
what?
If
Are
you
you fine?
and Mrs. Corgi were to take a guess as to how high, if you were to stack every unique Magic the Gathering card, like Singleton, right, on top of itself, how high it would be? How high would you guess?
We're not counting alternate art or anything. Just Singleton.
This is don't think of it into that yeah. Every unique name, I think, is how I'm looking at this.
I don't know why I got dragged into this, but I'm gonna say it's pretty darn high.
Well,
Pretty
pretty darn high.
darn.
Is it a numerical number?
Are we doing Price is Right rules?
Yes, absolutely.
I'll say-
It's always
I'll
the
say-
price is right.
I'll say 1 foot.
One. What? Brother. Okay, 1 foot for Chief. Mrs. Corgi, what are you at?
1.5.
Ah, you're a monster.
Okay. So, this is according to Google. I have no basis otherwise. So,
Don't let me on Price is Right.
total number of unique Magic the Gathering cards released as of January 2026 is 25,000. Based on the consistent measurement of card thickness, this means if you were to stack them on top of each other, it would equal 25.9 feet.
I was right. Pretty darn high.
Pretty darn high.
Oh,
Got
Tay.
You said it wasn't right.
We got another question, which starts with stupid question. There's no such thing as what they say. I don't know if that's true or not. But that's what they
That
say.
is absolutely true.
Stupid question. I don't think this is a stupid question. Stupid question. Why is it called wheel decks?
Oh, okay.
Not a stupid question. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. It's based off Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Misfortune, right? Those two cards where you dump your hands and you have to draw more cards.
Yeah.
So a wheel deck is all about discard and forcing your opponents to discard and draw cards, and you discard and draw cards.
Yeah.
Is that right? Would you?
Yeah, Wheel of
agree?
Fortune. You discard your hand, you draw 7 new cards. I think that is absolutely where it comes from. Yeah. So you throw in, I think there's that Narset War of the Spark Planeswalker that says your opponents can only draw 1 card per turn. So you throw that in a wheel deck, and You hit Wheel of Fortune, right, with that Planeswalker down. You draw 7 cards, your opponents draw 1. So it's a big deal. There's actually a Command Zone gameplay video where I think Cassius, I don't remember his last name, he does do that. He has Narset on the field. He wheels his 3 opponents draw 1, he draws 7, and because of that he wins the game because of card advantage.
That's brutal.
Oh, bro.
And I do believe Vanna White is still on Wheel of Fortune.
Vanna White is still on Wheel of Fortune.
I didn't know Wheel of Fortune was still a show.
They'll never stop that show.
Wheel.
My son will see that show.
Was that Bob Barker? No, Bob Barker was Price is Right.
Price is Right.
Who was who's Wheel of Fortune? I have
I
no
don't remember,
idea.
but they changed out the host recently.
Interesting.
Semi-recently.
That's not my lane. Manic says that he loves the deck we built and he wants to see it ran. Me too.
I love the name and I love the idea. Yes.
Manic is our resident rules lawyer that corrects us when we're wrong all the time.
You know, I have no problem saying I'm wrong.
Yeah, me neither. Magic Ball Z asking, he timestamp quoted us at the end of episode 13. We were talking about, Worlds Are Oyster. We're not really sure what we're going to do next since we finished our culminating event. He was asking if we would be interested in doing an episode about movies, comics, or video games. Since we did an anime episode. Sorry. Since we did an anime episode, would we be interested in doing an episode about movies, comics, or video games?
I mean, I'm about that life.
We have a lot of the same interests. Like, for example, for like video games, like as far as genre goes. But I don't think we actually play, other than Fallout, I don't think we play any of the same games.
No, so bro. You are a JRPG guy, right?
I play a lot of JRPG.
Right.
Well, right now I play a lot of Sega Dreamcast old games on my Xbox 360 with my son. That's like the only video games I play right now is with him. But
yeah, I think that the rub right now is like you're a dad, right? Like your priorities shift because you're a dad.
Sure.
Me, like I don't know how many people out there actually play Escape from Tarkov, but it is like a very brutal, not like, hey, I'm going to have my son next to me type of game.
Yeah, sure.
So, yeah, I think it would be an interesting...
We could definitely go down the rabbit hole of different games and stuff that we like. But I'm worried it'll be a lot of you talking about your favorite games, and we won't have a lot of stuff to talk about because, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have a lot of gray area in the Venn diagram.
Okay. You are a JRPG guy. All right. Hold up. We're going to pause. What? All right. I know Cloud is a blonde dude, right?
Okay.
What Final Fantasy 1 is that? Is that 6?
7.
Okay. There was a PlayStation 1 after 7 where the main protagonist was a brunette and he had like a fur collar coat.
That's Final Fantasy 8.
What was that protagonist's name? Squall? Okay. I distinctly remember being a very young lad back in the 90s when PlayStation 1 came out and 3D graphics, and even though it was like shitty polygons, I'm just like, this is the best thing ever. Like, this is real life, right?
I remember reading reviews for Final Fantasy VII saying this is the greatest video game graphics will ever be.
Yeah.
And I, going back and looking at them now, I'm just like, they're right. They're absolutely right. This is the peak.
Back in the day, it was the peak. But I remember it was almost Donkey Kong Country-esque, where they had like a very like a a 2040p JPEG image of a map, and then like that was a still frame, and then you had your like character that would walk, and you would go to these different sections within this map. I remember that Final Fantasy was Squall or whatever you said his name was. That's the only JRPG I remember.
That's it.
Long
That's
story
it. That's
short.
right there. That's the
Hey,
Venn diagram.
hey.
Yeah.
That's the Venn diagram.
I will tell you, and this is a hot take from Chief. I've played all of them. I have not finished Final Fantasy 16 yet. Final Fantasy 8 was my least favorite Final Fantasy game
Okay.
for years. And then I played Final Fantasy 16 and I was just like, congratulations, Final Fantasy 8 is no longer my least favorite Final Fantasy. Like I've beaten all of them. I've beaten most of them multiple times. I cannot bring myself to play this one. But PlayStation, they put out, and Nintendo Switch too, I think they put out like a remake. They put like the first 6 games all on one disc.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm really stoked. I want to do another playthrough of 6, but kid, getting my master's degree. And then somebody had the great idea of us doing a YouTube channel and podcast. So like, what is free time? All that jazz. So I haven't had any time to play any video games.
Quick tangent here. Pat Sajak is the Wheel of Fortune host we were thinking of.
Edit that back earlier in the video to make it sound like we were really smart.
Yeah, I'll do that for sure.
Yeah. Last comment here. Fall Chan asking us. Last episode I mentioned Fall Chan is the one who called me out saying I'm not putting the other channels links in our descriptions. I have fixed that. Thank you. You're awesome. You're absolutely right. That'll make it easier for you guys to catch. And then last but not least, on this episode, or this edition of our fan mail, for Retriever, I have Alice Knight. During our Fallout game, he says you can hear the patriotism draining from Top's voice every time you recast Liberty Prime.
Brother, all right. Like the arms of the angel ad read that I had. Like I was just like, I am. Donate 5 schmeckles if you too have had a commander that is removed every fucking time you cast it.
Hey,
oh, man.
It's a game, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
No. All right, sorry, that was a doozy. Thank you all for all of your messages, your comments, dropping pings on our at our website. We actually had somebody request to do a game with us here in the near future, so we're trying to get you scheduled. Appreciate that. But yeah, that's our fan mail section this week. Appreciate everybody.
Who is our ad read for this week's episode, Chief? Do we have one?
It is a little bit of an oopsie-doo. A whoopsie-doo, if you will. I actually sat down with our marketing team here at Military Grade Magic. About 15 people on staff just for the marketing portion.
All E3 and below.
It's additional duties. It's only people that have fucked up here in the last couple of months. But they were talking, our ad revenue, we're getting all these sponsors, but nobody's going to the links. Nobody is following up. And we were doing some market research, and we found that the most reliable way to get people to respond to you is have a female spokesperson. So we got Mrs. Chief Corgi giving the ad read today.
All right, so our ad today is a more serious ad. So to help lighten things up, add a little explanation, I'm gonna have Chief over here help me out with this ad read. Earlier in the podcast, if you were listening, you know that Chief and I have a little Corgi pup, and putting him to bed this evening was a little difficult. I wanted to keep getting out of bed, didn't want to go to sleep. So I know there are several parents out there who can relate. So this ad's for you. There are a lot of parents who like to play Magic, and here at Military Grade Magic, we understand you're very busy and sometimes you need to unwind and just a way to turn your brain off, and that can be playing Magic for you. After a long day at your civilian job or your military job or doing both, it can be overwhelming and you need an escape and a way to relax. But you have kids, so it makes it difficult. You can't always schedule a game to turn your brain off because you gotta take care of your children. Well, we got you covered with Child Shield. Now, let me tell you how it works. Everyone who signs up for child care services will pay the amount owed to the sitter, and you're going to click a link. You're going to actually send your money into this pot. And then you're going to play a 1v1 game. The winner gets their money back, and the loser has to not only pay for their childcare, but the childcare expenses of the winner. Now, I'm going to let Chief kind of fill you in on our childcare services and how they operate.
So, first things first, Child Shield. It's like card sleeves for your kids, and you wouldn't just let your cards be out in the rain willy-nilly with no protection. Your kids shouldn't either. So, top of the line, they only expect the best. You'll know that Child Shield is here to pick up your kids. They will have an unmarked white van pull up. They will help load your children into this van. Don't worry about space, how many kids you need to drop off. They take all the seats out of the back so that there's more room. They shove as many kids in there as they can. It's like sardines. They shove the kids in. They'll peel out. They provide snacks. Don't worry about it. There's so much candy. You would never believe it. They have unbelievable reps that will watch over your children. Most of them don't even have incriminating prison records. Most of them. Now, you might be thinking, I don't know if I can afford this. Just don't lose the game, and you don't have to worry about it. Your opponent will have to pick up the tab. Child Shield, sleeves for your kids. Ad read over.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck? What did I just listen to? Was this a horror movie or an unmarked white van? Okay.
Okay, so this was one of my ideas, and then I was just like, hey, you know what would be good? I'm like,
Chief had this idea.
that's horrible.
Oh.
But I let him do it.
She had the idea, and I was like, she was describing it to me. I was like, this sounds like an actual reputable business. If you're gonna be on her ad read, it's got to be bad. Like that's kind of the whole joke, right? So, you know.
You had me up until unmarked white van. I'm like, oh, this is where we're going with this. Okay.
You may or may not get your kids back. I don't know. Anyway.
But they're getting candy.
It's so
Definitely not lacing.
I'm like, are you trying to sell your kid on Facebook? Like, what's going on here? I don't get it. All right. Okay. Fair enough.
Add it to the list.
We'll add it to the list. OBKB. Any Corgi finance minutes before we bounce?
Well, for Corgi Finance, I was going to talk about this super drop from the Fallout.
Yeah. What's up?
All right. First of all, promo card.
Yep.
Bye, Mrs. Chief Corgi.
Bye.
Promo card. The Silver Shroud costume.
Dude, how
The art is
sexy.
sick.
How sexy is that? Brother, that lightning. That lightning.
Do you think we will get
a Silver Shroud in the show. Sorry, not to go back to Fallout Shelter. Do you think we get a reference with this
I don't
being
think
the
so.
drop?
I don't think so. No.
I would love it so much. Okay. So there's 3 different super drops coming. Or there's 4. I'm sorry. There's 4 different super drops coming. So there's Welcome to New Vegas. There is Rad. There
Yep.
is Greet the Dog.
Yep.
And then there's Beyond Vault 33. So Beyond Vault 33 is our main protagonists. Lucy McLean, the Ghoul, and Maximus. Of these 3, I am very perplexed what to do with Lucy.
All right. So she has, or I guess I'm going to read. She is a 4 generic in a planes for a 3/5 legendary creature, human survivor. Golden rule: whenever a token enters, you may have target player other than its controller create a token that's a copy of it. Then you draw a card. If an opponent created a token this way, do this only once this turn. So basically, you give an opponent a token and you draw a card.
So this is mono white. So if you're running this as your commander, this is a mono white token deck where I want to give my opponent's tokens. So that it's like, okay, I'm making shitty tokens that I want to give away. And I'm so confused.
Brother, it's
what
any
I would
token.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, is this supposed to be a group hug commander? Like, am I giving treasures away? Like, what am I giving away? You know what I mean? Like, what is the I don't know. I'm trying to
I
wrap
think
my
they
brain
fucked
around
up the
what-
wording on this. I honest to goodness, Sue, could you, okay, for example, let's say I have this in the field and you hit me with your Jaws. You create 5 tokens, right?
Mhm.
So that means I have 5 fucking instances of the golden rule whenever a token enters the battlefield. So whenever any token, regardless if it's my turn, your turn, or whose turn, I have to choose this. Like, I think they fucked up this warranty. I honest to
Well,
goodness
it says
do.
do this. It says do this only once per turn.
I don't know, man.
Is that the draw portion
Oh,
or just
only do this once each turn. Okay, I didn't read all the way through. My bad.
reading comprehension?
Yeah, reading the card explains the card.
That's what they say.
Okay.
Sorcery speed. I so that's the thing. I'd have to look up. Is it if the doing it only once per turn is the drawing portion, or if it's the creating a token portion? But either way, I'm just not entirely sure what I would do with this if I was building a deck around her. I guess if you wanted to run this as a token hate deck, like you're playing against someone that has like a go wide deck and you want to run this against them. But even then, I don't know. You're not gonna get the card draw. I don't know. It's just not for me. Next we have the Ghoul Gunslinger. This one's pretty sick.
Yeah.
1 generic, 2 swamp. He has first strike. He's a 2/3 with first strike. Whenever the ghoul or another non-token zombie or mutant you control dies, target player gets 2 rad counters. If that player is you, create a treasure token. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good.
I think we talked about this earlier this week. If it said any zombie versus non-token zombie, like in
it'd be
Giza,
broken.
this would be an auto ad, but
Yeah.
it would be so hard in my current.
You'd almost have to rebuild your zombie deck built around this. Yeah.
But still, I don't know. It's very niche.
Well,
Very
here's the
niche, in my
thing
opinion.
with the rad count. If you're giving yourself rad counters, you're milling yourself, you're going to be able to get your pulls a lot easier. If you were going to build a mono black zombie deck based off the ghoul, I think it would be very easy.
Oh, too easy. Yeah.
Too
Are
easy.
you going to add this in Mothman?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't think it fits. I'd have to look and see if there's something in there that's like extra that I don't want, but I don't think so as of right now.
I don't even think I'm gonna add this in Giza.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
I like the
like
art.
It's a nice ad card, but I just don't know if it was any zombie, then yes, but the non-token, that's rough.
Okay, next, this one's a doozy. Not sure about this one either. Next is Maximus, Knight Apparent. 3 colorless and a mountain. He's a 4/4 with trample, and when Maximus enters, you may search your library for an equipment card with mana value 2, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. You can pay 1, sacrifice an artifact, get 2 energy. Now, I'm not trying to be like suspicious, but 2 mana is the exact amount of mana that the T60 power armor is. So I'm assuming they want you to go grab the T60 power armor out of your deck if you're running Maximus.
I think I have this in Liberty Prime already. Let me look at this. I think I.
You have Maximus or
No,
you
no,
have
no.
the T60 power armor?
The power armor.
Yeah, it's the T45 power armor in the original. In this one, it's the T60. Sorry.
So the T60 and T45 are the same. They just changed the.
Yeah, it's just different art. Yeah.
I don't agree with that. Come on, put a little more effort into it. The T60 is an upgrade.
I agree with you. There was a lot of people that were really. I'm a little. I mean, these cards aren't super broken, but when the Jaws set came out, there was a lot of people really upset that Jaws was a brand new card with a new ability we'd never seen before. And the first time it was released was in a secret layer drop. So there was a lot of people pretty upset about that. I don't know.
Yeah, I do have T45 in Liberty Prime. And I don't know. T60 in the lore of Fallout is an upgrade to T45. Like,
oh, sure, yeah.
It needs to be, I don't know. To me, that's... Okay. All right. Thanks, Wizards. I appreciate the additional reprint of T45.
This set also comes with, Maximus is cool. A mono red equipment deck. That's going to be a tough sell.
Yeah. I don't know what all good 2-drop artifacts there are.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the reason for that the specifics is to grab your power.
Bloodforged Battle Axe is 1.
Yeah. Sword of the Animus is 2. Let me just go over here to my...
I'm not really seeing, honestly, too much else. Is it equipment or artifact? I'm sorry.
Equipment.
Yeah. Ooh, Silver Shroud costume is 2.
Yeah. Okay, so you have those 3 characters in the first one. Then you have pre-war formal wear. It's got Lucy in her wedding dress. That's just a reprint of a card. It's got recursion built in. Spirit Mantle gives you protection from creatures, and like we already said, the T60 power armor. So not terrible, but not super great. I love the art for this next one, for the dog meat one, but like I was looking at people, they're really bitching about the cards that are in this set, because if you're complaining about that set, the dog meat one does not even have a reprint of dog meat from the Fallout set. It's just it's a reprint of Yoshimaru, the Ever Faithful, which is like a $15 card. It isn't terrible. It's a 1. It's a plains. Whenever another legendary permanent you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on dog meat. So it's a historic deck, basically. Legendary matters. All right. You want to know what else is in this set? Arcane Signet, Lightning Greaves, Soul Ring, and Patchwork Banner.
Patchwork Banner,
Which isn't
as
bad.
this artifact enters,
Patchwork-
choose a creature type. Creatures you control get 1/1. Tap it, add 1 mana of any color. Is this. I've never heard of Patchwork Banner before.
It's Bloomborough, I think it was the first.
Brother, for 3 mana? Not only
not
is
bad.
it an anthem effect, but you get 1 of any color for 3 mana. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I need to add that in Google Corgi. That's pretty fucking
Yeah.
good.
It is. It's good. It's $10 for the. Excuse me, for the OG one, but so this is non-foil. It's $29.99. Yoshimaru and Patchwork Banner together make about $23, and then the other ones are any precon's got Arcane Signet and Soul Ring in it, but the art's good. I like the art, but like I can proxy that
Yeah.
for a lot cheaper. Okay, the next one is Rad, and this is why I was mad about Dog Meat not being reprinted. In Rad, we got a new print of the Wise Mothman.
I see that.
It looks good, but like, why didn't you just do that for Dog Meat too? Whatever. We also got Ripples of Potential, which is a proliferate spell. Mutational Advantage, which is another reprint. Permanents you control with counters on them get hexproof and indestructible till end of turn. Then you proliferate. Mind Crank and the Mesmeric Orb reprints. The art looks sick on them, and they're good mill cards.
Do you have
So
any of these in your Mothman deck?
I have all of these except for Mutational Advantage in my deck.
Okay.
As far as money goes, getting your money's worth, I feel like Mind Crank and Mothman Egg alone, and I don't think the Wise Mothman is probably not expensive, but you'll probably get your money's worth more out of these. Okay, then Welcome to New Vegas. You've got Benny, the Platinum Thief, which is a reprint of Tiny Bones Trinket Thief. It's a generic in a swamp. Beginning of each instep, if an opponent discarded a card this turn, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. It's a wheels deck like we talked about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Tiny Bones, if I'm not mistaken, that's one of those. You see that somebody sit down with one of those decks, you want to run away. I feel like I've heard that before. Have you ever played against a Tiny Bones?
I have heard of Tiny Bones. I have never played against a Tiny Bones.
And we also have
price check on the Mothman. You can get on TCG Player for as low as 20 cents.
I was gonna say it was in the pre-con.
Yep.
So yeah, that one. While I'm reading these, if you don't mind looking at Mesmeric Orb and Mind Crank.
Yeah.
We have a reprint of Ishin, Two Heavens as One, as Joshua Graham, Burned Man. I don't know what that's in reference to. If that's I guess that's a New Vegas.
Yeah,
guy.
Joshua Graham is a DLC. He was once a part of the Caesar's Legion, and then he did something. He failed a mission, I think, and then he was burnt alive, cast down into a canyon, survived, and that's why he's wrapped in all these like bandages like a mummy, because he's burnt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Ishin, Two Heavens is One is we talked about that a little bit last episode with Moose. If a creature attacking causes a trigger of permanent you control, that ability triggers this additional time. So good.
Mind Crank is $4, by the way.
Okay.
What was the other one you're wanting to look at?
Mesmeric Orb.
Okay.
Custom Caravan deck is the deck of many things. One of those roll a d20, get a bunch of different abilities, but it's mostly just draw 2 cards, return cards from your hand, from your graveyard to your hand, or put a creature from your graveyard onto the battlefield. Cool. You also get a reprint of Cage Sun as the platinum chip.
I love that art,
And
dude. That's so good.
it's pretty good. And then the Sunset Sarsaparilla machine as a reprint for the Nuka-Cola vending machine.
Dude, that art matches how that quest is in New Vegas. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yep. Mesmeric Orb. Price check on TCG player is $10.
All right. Well, there you go. Wise Mothman, or the rad one, is also a bust.
Yeah. I don't think really any of these are like, if you're looking to make money off of saving.
Well, sometimes you can get and even Cage Sun's only going for like $4 on TCG right now. So like you're not even getting it from there. So save your money, folks, unless you just love the art that much.
Your boy's gonna buy them just because the art for sure.
Oh, I'm not surprised. Which is fine. I'm not telling you don't spend money. I'm just telling everybody. You're not saving money buying these, is what I'm saying.
I just love Fallout so much. Like, yeah, I'll have one.
I'll take one, thank you.
Do you think they're going? Do they still do the whole like, hey, everyone's going to like bum rush the door at one time? We only printed an X amount of these. If you don't get there in time, oops, all berries. Are they still doing that?
So I was looking at. I was following up on some Discord servers on this set, and from what I've gathered, there's some pretty hurt feeling. Not a lot of people are excited about this super drop, so you'll probably be okay.
Okay. Good.
I might report back. Let us know. January 26th is the date. 9 a.m. Pacific time.
That's in Diaz days.
Yeah, so if we're following our regular scheduled programming, this will come out on Friday the 23rd, and you will all. So the following Monday, that's when the set drops. So super drop drops. So there you go. There's your finance minute.
OBKB, top soapbox for the week. We're pretty clean. Not really too much to bitch about this week. I really haven't bitched too much the last couple weeks.
I mean, you were being pretty salty about the Fallout show, but other than that, yeah, you've been
I turned a leaf because I'm telling you, whenever that character is on, I just think of that particular soldier, and literally I just start chuckling to myself. I'm like, yeah, that is him.
That's
and it
fair.
turns the frown upside down. I don't have any more, Chief. Do you?
I do not. I'm all tapped out, Tom.
Okay, we will roll the outro music. Thank you for hanging around. Next episode, I honestly don't know what we're talking about. It's going to be a surprise unless you have something in store, Chief.
Well, next week is drill, so we will.
Oh. We might do a live gameplay episode. I'll bring the webcam and the what do they call it? The tripod.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have me, you, probably the dinosaur, and then what's her name's nickname? Mima, yeah. Yeah, we'll have the four of us.
I like it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is all I got. Bye.
Sometimes I play a bit ridiculous. I once destroyed my commander just to get a gutter snipe trigger. I'm chaotic, flipping a coin to the draw card, and I like my spells with the boom. I once got busy in an orgy of your room. I'm twisted, clapping blisters, splitting these rhymes with style. My Havoc Festival got this game on speed dial. The Ractos dance, it's your chance to do the burn. Do the Ractos dance. Come on and do the Ractos dance. Do the Ractos dance. Come on and do the Ractos dance. 2020 life to start some anarchy. Yeah, Valgavat's laughing. Chaos supreme, got you drawing cards into those underworld dreams. You're at 40 life, yeah, I'm at 2. Hold up while I tap this hidden Sugu. But don't fret, well, that's on the stack. I'll flash in this twin god smack. We don't care about life, totals or stats. If it hurts us too, that's where the fun's at. Or you top 10 commander with the meta stance. And the cat's third degree burns with the Rakdos stands. The Rakdos dance is your chance to do